went through the honeymoon stage of the relationship where everything's fine, no arguments. But then when stuff started happening, I was like trying to revert back to my old ways. But yet, just her personality herself kind of always kept me there. And she was also, I appreciate the fact that she was also willing to go and make the effort to pull me back in whenever she saw that I was trying to pull back too far. Sometimes you do need to pull back, but whenever you pull back too far and you try to do this thing where like, all right, nah, I don't want to deal with this, she was always willing to be like, no, let me help you pull you back in. And me knowing that she was doing that really helped me to get through that type of, those bad, I don't want to say bad habits, but those habits that I had of just like, all right, cutting it at the source and just going our separate ways.
That's true.
Because the relationships I was used to, based on the ones I was raised in, everybody was so quiet and everything was a secret and everything was hidden. And my mom never let me be that. So I was okay, even though I hated it back then, because she used to bust out my business all the time. And I used to get in trouble. You know, in cultural families, it's not just your parents raising you, it's about 20 other people.
Yeah,
so I was getting
cousins
knocked by like 20 people. And I was like, I'm getting tired of this. Like, it's quiet. But now that I'm an adult and being in a relationship, I loved being able to make him talk about things because he comes from the opposite. Quiet, no speaking, no talking. And it was ugly at first, but now it's the best thing ever because we're able to speak our truth.
That was kind of our situation when we first started dating.
Vice versa.
Yeah, Alex was my family is real loud. I'm an extrovert. I love people. I'm talkative. With Alex, I remember when we started to become exclusive. I went with her to her family's Thanksgiving party, and it's supposed to be a Thanksgiving party, and it was really quiet.
I walk in, hey, make my plate.
Yeah.
All right. See
and then
later.
when you come to my house, with my family,
everybody's in your face.
Everybody sitting at the table together.
Exactly. So exactly. So it was just that dynamic within itself. When I first met her, like it's not the person she is today. She was an introvert. She was very quiet.
I still am an introvert though. Right?
Yeah.
Not most part.
I know that
it comes
in
out
our
in like spaces.
It takes her a minute to get to know people. Like she's real quiet coming in, and when she like examines the room, she's like, okay, let me break out of my shell.
Yeah.
But the fact that she's able to break out of her shell is probably how she's grown.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm
him. Because now he's everybody's favorite person and get on my nerves a lot. But I love, it annoys me, but I love his freedom to be able to tell me exactly how he feels, because that means I'm never going to be surprised if anybody else will tell me anything about my man that I don't know.
Was it always like that though?
It was not always like that. No, he used to be so quiet, and everything I would do, it's like he would checker it in a book and like line it up, and then when it finally came time for him to explode, I'm talking about 7 months ago, he was bringing up stuff, and it was to the point where I couldn't even defend myself because it took so long for you to tell me about it. Because the minute it happens, I'm yelling, I'm screaming, I'm crying, I'm mad, and then him trying to tell me about stuff 7 months ago, I'm like, I don't even remember what actually happened.
I'm you, and she's him.
Because I don't discuss anything I haven't had an opportunity to analyze first. I don't bring anything up that I haven't processed.
Are you a Pisces?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're very much like Cassie. I don't need to bring you up, Cassie, but she's like, she got a whole letter in her notes and ready to
I have several notes.
So we'll sit down, we'll go at it. Like, let's just say we're having a disagreement, and I'll say what I need to say, and she'll be cool. Then I'm thinking it's fine. Yeah. And literally maybe like 10 minutes later, I get paragraphs and text messages.
Yeah, no, that's how we used to start out, but he never used to text me. Yeah. He would just wait, and stuff that I didn't even think was a problem, but it bothered him, I would never know. But now, being together for so long, we fight less because we're able to navigate through each other's issues. Like, it'll be in and out. He'll say his piece, and I'll say my piece.
How did you guys get to that point, though?
A lot of fighting.
Yeah. A lot.
Which brings me to my next question. Since this is something current, I feel like we might as well just talk about it. and I feel like people in marriages don't talk about it, is the fighting. How does the fighting happen, and do you guys actually ever heal from it, or has it gotten to the point where it's so bad where even though you forgive and love the person, it takes a long time to kind of get back?
Well, I want to answer, well, at least half of that. I know exactly how most of our fights begin, because I have the same feeling each and every time. There's, remember me, an instance where I feel like perhaps he had been careless with my thoughts or with my heart or with my something, just kind of, he's very, you know, and keep moving, you know. But because I'm very analytical, when he doesn't take the time to think through things, sometimes those things trigger me in a way that like blows my mind. And I can literally go back to any argument we've ever had. It's been because, you know, he's just carefree. So like our thing is, you know, he's like, but I didn't mean it. And like, and I know you didn't mean it, but like, you know, if every time, you know, I see you step on my toe, first couple times I'm gonna be like, hey, you stepped on my toe. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. But after 20 times, I'm gonna start thinking you meant it, you know?
Yeah.
So that's really where that comes from.
Yeah, no, for us, since she answered, I'm gonna answer babe. Our fights used to be very ugly. And every time we fought, I would threaten to take things away from him that I knew he cared about. Like, i.e., I would always enter my kids into it, or I would be ready to pack up and leave. And it was a lot of me always trying to find a reason to run away. So like, I never knew the extent of how much he loved me, so I would always test it in our fights, because I felt like instead of hearing his issues out, I would just throw pain at him. So he never got to really express himself, to the point where he'd be so busy trying to get me to stay that he would just say whatever I wanted to hear. So the fight never got dealt with, it just got stopped. Or I would ignore him, or I would like cuss at him. I remember when, you know, at this time after we had our son, I was suffering through postpartum depression and didn't know it, which is terrible. But, and I had gotten so mad, I threw a picture at him. I still have this picture, and it's cracked in the middle. And Elias doesn't cuss. He doesn't really get out of himself. But I think I used to fight him so hard that I would push him to become so cold. To now, when we fight and he gets upset, he'll get really cold really fast. Like, he'll skip everything and just get cold and shut me out and like almost punish me for the things that I say, because I have a sharp tongue.
That's me.
I'm a very sharp person. And then he's not that sharp. So he has to like really think through things, so he can't keep up with my fast talking. So I would attack him so fast to the point where he couldn't catch up. So I would never allow him to ever express himself. Now, even though it hurts me, I'm allowing him to express himself, and I realize how many emotions he's actually letting out, that it makes me emotional every single time.
But that's where the healing begins, though.
Yeah, you know? It definitely does.
So what I tell her is like, you know, if we don't have any disagreements, where will we be able to grow? You know what I mean? So,
and that's what my mom used to tell me every time I used to run her.
We gotta have the difficult conversations. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to have to let things build up, and then, you know, then I blow up over because you drop my shirt or something.
Yeah,
or, you know what I mean?
I just don't want to keep arguing about the same kinds of things.
Girl, get used to it. Get used to it. It's always going to be the same type of things, because your fights are a reflection of what you've been through.
Right.
People don't know that, but like every time you fight, like when Elias hits my triggers, it becomes more than the actual situation. It becomes every time somebody hit that trigger in me, and how painful. So the pain just starts sucking.